Hello, everyone. This is Teresa Moore with the Truth Be Told Ministries, and it's time for us to do our Psalm of the month. It's Friday, and every Friday we come out with a psalm. And so the psalm for the month of July is Psalm 64. This week I will be reading it from the King James Version of the Bible. So let's get started in reading our psalm. Psalm 64. Hear my voice, O God. In my prayer, preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who with their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly, suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away, and all men shall fear and shall declare the work of God, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. The righteous shall be glad in the Lord and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. Well, that's our reading this week of Psalm 64. Now, last week I asked you two questions, and they were, who wrote this psalm? And we know that this psalm was written by who? David. And the second question says, what was David's prayer? And you had to make a list. Well, the first thing with David's prayer was God. He wanted God to hear his voice. The second was for the Lord to preserve his life from dread of the enemy. And the third thing was to hide himself from the secret counsel of the evildoers. So this week, your questions are, question number one for this week is, what does the psalmist say about God? What does the psalmist say about God? Number two, what does he say about his enemy? What does he say about his enemy? In both cases, you want to make a list. All right, so that's our reading of Psalm 64. And again, I look forward to being with you on next week as we read the psalm for the month, which is Psalm 64, and have our questions. I'd like to remind you that if you've not subscribed to the podcast, the YouTube, please click the subscribe button. You have a fantastic day and week in the Lord.